What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back into the Warframe video. So, got a prep guide today on the newest update, Dante Unbound, releasing on the 27th of March. It's not going to be anything too complicated here, but I'll be getting you prepared for getting all the new content and all the new loot, basically as quickly as efficiently as possible. So let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure to sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. We'll be covering the Dante Unbound update extensively, of course. We'll also be covering the new dev stream this Friday, and everything in between. So you're in the right place for Warframe content. Also, I'll be live on stream later tonight, doing some Warframe grinding. So if you want to come stop by, hang out, feel free. Alright, let's get right into it with the #1 prep tip for the Dante Unbound update. It's going to be probably one of the most simple things you can think of. Complete the Whispers in the Wall quest. I know most people would probably have this done, but if you have not completed the Whispers in the Wall quest, basically you need to unlock this new tile set area over the Sanctum Atomica. Once you have this fully unlocked, you'll have some additional steps after that. But yeah, the main thing you should first complete is the Whispers in the Wall quest to unlock all these missions. Now we're gonna go down to the planet now, and I'll give you the next tip because that one's just super basic. And if you haven't beaten the Whispers in the Wall quest, it does require the new war completed to get here. So yeah, it's meant to be a later game update. So keep that in mind. If you haven't beaten the new war and all that, you got a couple things to go through first before you get to this new update. All right, so once you've gotten to this new like world area or whatever, this new hub area, there's some things that will be required for the new update here. So we're over, it's a Syndicate, so you want to get to rank 3 or 5 with this Syndicate for the new upcoming missions. So for rank 3, this is what's going to unlock the Archon Shard Fusion segment, so that's how you get green shards and all that. There's a new thing being added where you can fuse Archon Shards together to make Tau Shards too, but we'll get to that in a second. Alright, so for Archon Shard Fusion, rank 3 with these guys. For the new missions, Deep Archimedians, you're going to need rank 5 with these guys. I'm going to go ahead and show you what that's going to entail right here. So as far as what Deep Archimedians do, requiring rank 5 with the Syndicate, it's going to be a new Netracell replacement, kind of. So this is going to eat 2 of your Netracell runs per week if you choose to do this. And think of it like a mix of Deviri and a Swordy a little bit. But unlike on Deviri, they're not going to give you loner builds to these items if you don't have them anymore. So we've got, you know, the Haku, the Sarpa, etc., etc. If you don't have these, you're not getting a loner build for them. So you will not be able to choose them as an option. Yeah, this will be giving you additional rewards. It's also going to have some pretty ridiculous modifiers too. So the more negative modifiers you throw on, the more points you get. If you go with the entire full point, you're getting like multiple Archon Shards, or basically multiple loot pulls from, you know, one mission clear through. Additionally, these will be consecutive missions. So you're going to go from the first mission into the second mission into the third mission. No, you're not allowed to change your builds or anything like that. So it's going to be a lot, and this will also be entailed in one of the other prep tips we have later in the video. But yeah, this is going to be requiring rank 5. It will be relatively challenging, I'd say. And some of these modifiers look pretty evil. So get ready for some pretty powerful murmur enemies in these missions. But yeah, get rank 5 with the Cavia Syndicate to get access to this. About the Cavia as well, there's going to be some new disruption missions on the Cavia. One of those is going to be, in those disruption missions, you're going to be able to get the new frame. Like, how do you get the new frame? You're just going to be doing these new missions. You can technically just buy them for plat, I guess. But yeah, you're going to have a pity system over here. It's how you get the new Incarnons and the new frame. So let's see if they go here. Okay, so we got, the 2 new Incarnon weapons, the Onos and the Ravux, so a melee and a pistol. And the new frame is over here too. So that's how you're going to get it. Pity system. It's literally Lua Thraxplasm up here in the top right corner. They're just changing that to a different type of resource. So yeah, that will be the pity system for this. So think of like Varuna or Citrine a little bit, but involving disruption, not picking up gems in mere defense. So now that we've established that, what are some other things you can prepare for with this update on the horizon in about 9 days? Well, we've already told you to do the quest and to get ranked up with this new Syndicate. So another thing you can do, as I stated, there will be an Archon Shard, Ascension Fusion, where you can take your old Archon, your small Archon Shards and make them Tau Shards. That's something you can definitely do. Here's what yours truly has been doing to prepare for this. And actually, a lot of other people have been doing this too. So what you can do is go to your frames and remove every Archon Shard that is not, like, essential. Why is that? Because you can just take those Archon Shards and fuse them into Tau Archon Shards. So as you can see, I usually run Archon Shards on Wisp. Look, there's no shards on Wisp right now. Well, that's actually Wisp normal. Then Wisp Prime might still have one. So Wisp Prime only has 1 shard right now, and Wisp Prime usually has all the shards. So go through your frames that you don't use that much, or you just don't really or you want to make them Tau Shards and remove the shards. So unless it's a frame you run all the time. So Revenant Prime, I'm still going to run him all the time. I'm leaving the shards on Revenant for now, but once the update comes out, these will be removed and turned into Tau Shards. So, for example, I went to the back, we can go back to my ship, or the helmet room of my ship. I have gotten like, what, 20-something shards here? Every 3 Archon shards will become a Tau Shard if you choose to fuse them up. So, for example, I've removed 27 red shards. I have 9 Tau red shards there. And same with, blue, I got, 4 of them here. You can even do it for purple shards and green shards. So if you want to get some green shards, you can stack up some green shards. Every 3 green shards will be able to be fused into a Tau Shard. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe farm some Stella. I don't really think Stella's that hard of a requirement, but maybe some people would view that as a hard requirement. So yeah, remove all the shards you don't want. Have them ready for the update. And then on the day of the update, the 27th, you can go on a shard fusing spree. Get more Tau Shards than ever. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be getting 9 Crimson Tau Shards on the 27th. So you might want to be looking forward to that as well. Alright, so we've gone over that part. Here's something you could do to get some extra plat as well. So not only are we getting a new frame and then some new Incarnons, we're also getting some new Augment mods too. And some of them sound pretty good. We're actually getting, I believe, 11 new Augment mods. So what I'd recommend to you is go over to your Syndicates over here and max out your Syndicate rep. So get to like 132,000 where the maximum is. Now here's some of the good augments coming out that I've actually decided I think are good. So we got a Styanax augment, a Nezha augment, a Yareli augment, a Citrine augment, and a new Kalervo augment. So that means that people that want to play these frames and try out these new augments will be likely buying these for platinum on day 1. And since there's so many people that are going to want to buy these, the supply of them will not be super, super high because they're getting added on that day too. So if you're in, for example, if you're in the Syndicate that has Nezha as an augment, you should definitely be selling these Nezha, the new Nezha augment on day 1, which should be right here, for a decent price, honestly. The supply will be low, the demand will be very, very high, and hopefully you'll be there with 132,000 rep ready to go. So you can run your daily Syndicate missions. You can go, stack up medallions, I suppose, even though there's usually for like prime accesses. So yeah, Nezha's in Steel Meridian and Cephalon Suda. And as far as the other ones, I don't remember what other Syndicates these frames are in, to be honest, but I think Yareli is in, like, New Loka or something. No idea where, Kalervo doesn't have any augments, so they're going to have to pick which one Kalervo will be in, so up to guesswork on that. But this basically, guys, go stack up your Syndicate rep for these guys, get it to the maximum so you can get as many augments as you can on day 1 for either, using for yourself or for selling for platinum, because those prices are higher than normal on day 1. That's a big, big tip as well, because, I mean, there's, what, 10, 11 new augments? That's going to take a while if you aren't preparing ahead of time. All right, so that is going to be most of the tips. Now let's get some bonus tips in here, too. So we talked about the Deep Archimedeans earlier and how they're not going to give you the loner builds for the weapons. The thing is, though, if you want to get those maximum points, get the maximum rewards for those Deep Archimedeans, you need to at least have the crappy weapons in your inventory. So I'm talking, like, Aclado. Go out, this is a optional additional tip here, okay? Go out and rebuild all the terrible weapons you have deleted at some point, or maybe you never delete anything. Unlike me, I delete stuff I don't like. So I rebuilt the Sestra, I rebuilt the Acrid, the Aclado, all this random stuff like the Talons. I'm never going to actually put a good build on this, but if I'm forced to have it equipped for the Deep Archimedean, hopefully one of my weapons that's in the Deep Archimedean will actually be good, because I'm going to have to equip this just to have it, as I'm obligated to have this equipped for extra points. So you can go through and do all that. I didn't really do that with everything, to be honest, but nearly everything. That's going to go for secondaries, primaries, and melees. And you got 9 days, so yeah, don't waste a bunch of resources and time doing this, but if you do want to be fully prepared, go out and get the Castle War, go out and get the Dual Skana, like all this stuff. I did it. I don't really think it's going to be the best use of my time, but also we'll see how bad my my modifiers are. Like I'm hopefully I'm not gonna be using the Harpack or the Parasist for DPS on level 350, like Swordy Narmer. So we'll have to see. It's actually called Murmur. So, and as far as the last couple tips here, one of them is gonna be to get a Naros. So Naros is getting reworked, so get a Naros Prime or a Naros Normal. I did some theory crafting on a build. He's gonna have these like Sand Cat minions that will like cause corrosive proc. So I'm looking forward to that. But if maybe you just don't like a Naros for whatever reason. He's going to be relatively similar to right now. He's going to have some like cat minions now going forward. So that's basically it for the prep guide. As far as some other things you can do, if you do the Archon Shard from Call is being moved to the Cavia. So from additional, like if you want to be overly prepared, you can stack up some Vokas to get rep for the new shard every week. That's probably what I'll be doing, actually, is doing some bounties on the Cavia, the Sanctum Atomica, to get like a ton of extra rep built up over time. That's what Vokas are. You can turn in extra rep whenever you feel like it. So every week, we were like theory crafting on stream last night. Since the call mission takes only 1 day's worth of rep to get the shard, I'm expecting the Sanctum Atomica thing to be like 25,000, 30,000 rep. Because if it's multiple days worth of full rep to get this shard, people are going to definitely complain. And call is only one, like it's only one mission, only like one clear of call to get this shard right now. I'm not expecting it to be too ridiculously high price. So this stuff right here, so like, you know, stack these very high if you want to. So you want to be doing bounties every day. That's something you could also do. So there's your prep guide, guys. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If you have any additional tips you think that would be important, let me know in the comments down below. But I'll see you on stream later tonight. Good luck getting all those Archon shards and stuff. We'll be able to fuse them on the 27th. So appreciate all the support, and I'll see you next time. Peace.